How's it going, guys? And welcome back to the LAIR. And today we're back in standard best of one for part two of the Kaldheim early access streamer event. I call this one Squash, but before we get into it, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. Also, don't forget, once you have followed or subscribed on either my Twitch or YouTube channels, once you've done so, just reach out to me in the chat of the comment and say something like, hey, I just followed or subscribed, and I can respond to you with an in-game code that you can use in Arena to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So very excited to be able to offer that to you guys. And speaking of Wizards, I just want to say thank you so much to Wizards of the Coast for giving me this account with all these gems and stuff so we could have some fun during this event and just kind of go wild. So really thankful for them for sponsoring me to participate in this event. So yeah, thanks for watching. Let's hop into it. So this is a GRIXIS Giant. I'm sure there are many different flavors that will be played. Once again, I'm not claiming this to be a competitive deck ahead of time. We're just trying to have fun here. But yeah, GRIXIS Giants. So on to the two drops. We have the full playset of Invasion of Giants. This is an enchantment saga. The first chapter says we scry 2. The second chapter, we draw a card. Then if we reveal a giant card from our hand, it deals 2 damage to target opponent or planeswalker. And then the third chapter says the next giant spell you cast this turn costs 2 less to cast. And we're running the full playset of Kroxa, Titan of Death's Hunger. He's a 6/6, and we sacrifice him unless he escaped. When he enters the battlefield or attacks, each opponent discards a card, and then each opponent who didn't discard a non-land card this way loses 3 life. And we can escape him from our graveyard later in the game by paying his escape cost and exiling 5 other cards from our graveyard. On to the 3 drops. We have the full playset of Bonecrusher Giant. This is an adventure card, so the adventure side at instant speed, Stomp deals 2 damage to any target, and damage can't be prevented this turn. And then the creature side, he's a 4/3, and whenever he becomes the target of a spell, Bonecrusher Giant deals 2 damage to that spell's controller. We're running 2 copies of Crystalline Giant. He's a 3/3, and at the beginning of combat on your turn, choose a kind of counter at random that Crystalline Giant doesn't have on it from among Flying, First Strike, Death Touch, Hexproof, Lifelink, Menace, Reach, Trample, Vigilance, and a +1/+1 counter, and put a counter of that kind on Crystalline Giant. Onto the 4 drops, we're running 2 copies of Giant's Grasp. It's an enchantment aura. Enchant Giant you control, and when it enters the battlefield, we gain control of target non-land permanent for as long as Giant's Grasp remains on the battlefield. We're running the full playset of Calamity Bearer. He's a 3/4 and says if a giant source you control would deal damage to a permanent or a player, it deals double that damage to that permanent or a player instead. We're running 3 copies of Tectonic Giant. He's a 3/4, and whenever he attacks or becomes the target of an opponent's a spell an opponent controls, we choose one. He does 3 damage to each opponent, or exile the top 2 cards of your library. Choose one of them until the end of your next turn. You may play that card. Onto the top end, we have the full playset of Squash at instant speed. This spell costs 3 less to cast if you control a giant. Squash deals 6 damage to target creature or planeswalker. We're running the full playset of Quakebringer. He's a 5/4. It says your opponents can't gain life, and at the beginning of your upkeep, Quakebringer deals 2 damage to each opponent. This ability triggers only if Quakebringer is on the battlefield or if Quakebringer is in your graveyard and you control a giant. And then we can foretell him for 4. And then finally, 3 copies of Battle of Frost and Ice. This is another enchantment saga. The first chapter says Battle of Frost and Fire deals 4 damage to each non-giant creature and each planeswalker. And it's the second chapter, we scry 3, and then the third chapter, whenever you cast a spell with converted mana cost 5 or greater this turn, draw 2 cards, then discard a card. So let's briefly talk about the mana base I chose. We have 5 snow-covered islands, 1 swamp, 6 snow-covered mountains, the full playset of Lava Glide or Riverglide Pathway, the full playset of Seer Step, Blightstep Pathway, the full playset of Temple of Malice, and 2 Fabled Passages. The deck has a 3.7 converted mana cost, running 21 creatures and 26 lands. So yeah, this is just Giant Tribal. We have Discard and Resurrection with Kroxa, so he can be a early game threat and a late game threat. We have Invasion for scrying, drawing cards, ramping, or reducing the cost of our giants, so that's an auto include. Bonecrusher Giant is already a staple in standard, so he fits right in. Do 2 of Mechagodzilla. This is a flex slot. Like I said, this deck is what it is. We're just trying to fill it with giants. But having the versatility to be able to put one of these, like maybe possibly like a lifelink or double strike counter, and then slamming a Calamity Bearer, now this card gets a lot better. Squash I have as a 4 of. I know other people are running other spells, but I mean, we always want to have at least 1 giant on the board, and it's instant speed. So for instance, at instant speed for 2, we can do 6 damage to target creature or planeswalker. I mean, that's a no-brainer for me. I'm trying a 2 of Giant's Grasp. I don't know how many other people are putting this in their lists. It just seems like it could be really, really good late game. Calamity Bearer obviously doubles the damage of all sources from giants. Tectonic Giant kind of gives a little bit of card advantage, also does additional damage. Quakebringer is disgusting. Even if it's in your graveyard, it still does the damage, and if you have a Calamity Bearer out, it's still doing the 4 damage and whatever. And these are non-legendary, so these effects can stack. We can also foretell him for 4, so a little bit cheaper. This is kind of like our board wipe of choice, if you will, because it hits non-giant creatures. I know probably some other people are doing like 3 colors or like a Timur or whatever, but we're just sticking with this as our premier board wipe. Get to scry. Unfortunately, we don't have much of a top end, so the 3rd chapter sometimes. I don't know how often we'll be using the 3rd chapter, but yeah. So that's the deck. We just go face with a bunch of giants and have some fun. Thank you guys for watching. Let's hop into it and see how we do. Usually I try and mix and match cards when that are in the list that I'm playing to come up with the title for the deck, but I just felt like Squash was just the best name for this deck, right? Human Token, played him earlier. All right. So we have 1 invasion of the giants. We have no blue source, and we have some expensive stuff. I think we're going to take a mulligan here. This seems a little bit better. I think we'll keep this, and we'll drop 1 Bonecrusher. So no turn 1 play. We'll play Temple, another Bonecrusher. I think we're gonna need some lands eventually. I'd like to be able to curve out here. Alright. So now we can play our snow-covered Let's Kroxa. Okay. Life gain deck. All right. So we will need we'll need double black eventually for our Kroxa to escape. So that's why I named black there. When Marshal enters the battlefield, or dies, you may exile another creature card from your graveyard. When you do, you put a 1/1 counter on each other creature you control. Okay. Well, let's stomp him. If he wants to exile, that's fine with me. I think we're going to play Tectonic here. Okay. Swing in, get it started. As forgotten. Let's race. So now he has to deal with Calamity Bearer, I'm assuming. No attacks. Alright, we'll name red here. Let's Kroxa. And let's play Tectonic. We will swing. Okay, we'll definitely take this one first. It's fine. Sure. At this point, he's so far behind, he would have to destroy. He would have to destroy my creatures. Luminars, we don't care about that. That's it. Got him. Giants for the win. Gotta love it when the jank wins. Yes. Cool. Just want to check something real quick. Oh yeah, this is still Zendikar Mastery. Alright, let's hop into another one. Let the squashing continue.
Hey Dad, I have a question. So, the packs that you buy with the gems in this account, can you keep them for your real account?
No. I wish.
Oh, it's a separate account.
Yeah,
They
it's
give you, like, a code?
it's you'll see when I log in it says Dremorian VIP. It's not my account, it's an account made by Wizard C.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, this poor guy. Apparently Human Token is the only one playing online right now. So we have a 2-lander here, but we have no early plays and 2 Battle of Frost. We'll have to mulligan this. I guess we make this work. We have a Scry and Temple, and we have Invasion of Giants. Don't want to be too greedy. We'll drop 1 squash. Assume he's playing the same list. We just... Oh no, something different. Okay. Well, there's another land. We're looking for a blue source. Nothing to do right now, so we'll just foretell. Make our Quakebringer a little cheaper. I wonder if our opponent's playing Giants as well. That would be funny, huh? Looks like it. Nice. There's our blue source. We're in the biz now. Squash could come in handy. Battle of Frost is nice. But actually, if he's playing Giants, Battle of Frost kind of sucks, right? So we'll take the squash. Well, that's the one deck we don't want to play, right? Another Giant deck. So funny. Well, that sucks. Tectonic Giant, sure. Didn't we play Quakebringer here so that he can't gain life and pray that he doesn't get hexproof? And then just try and Try and squash him next turn, hopefully. Okay, so two Bonecrushers. Okay, I'll take that trade. Yeah, this is the one deck that we we definitely don't want to face, especially with the Alright, looks like he's got us this game. Quakebringer. And then Stomp, Crystalline. Glimpse the Cosmos. Alright. And for 3, Stomp. Oh, I could glimpse the Cosmos. And Stomp. Oh, another Crystalline Giant. Another Quakebringer, sure. So once again, we have to stomp him. I guess we'll just Kroxa here. Can't block, or I'm sorry, can't attack. We're at 5, but I think that includes Kroxa, so surely he has to have some type of removal. Maybe sitting on the Battle of Frost. Giant's Grasp, nice. Good game. Got us. It's only fair. Good game, good game. Can't be mad at that. It's awesome. So this is the first rendition of this deck. I have not done any play testing. I meant to start streaming earlier, but we had some internet difficulties. So I might be making some tweaks along the way, but like I said, this is just, you know, I have a lot of other lists that I'd like to try out today, so I don't know if we'll have time for all that, but undutchable. I love it. Alright. Wow, so we have a nice start here. We got an early Scry. Mecha, Squash. Yeah, we'll keep this. Alright, we'll start off with Temple. Tectonic Giant is nice. Okay. Go ahead and play this as Riverglide. We'll play Invasion of Giants. Actually, like that. I think we just get this Mecha Godzilla out there before we Kroxa. Okay, Lotus Cobra. Would have liked a hexproof. We can use the Fabled to search for the double black for Kroxa for later. So I think I'm just interested in... But we also need double blue for Giant's Grasp too, though. Binding of the Old Gods, okay. It's fine. Opponent attacks in for 2. Alright. So let's name red here. Let's cast Tectonic Giant, and then let's stomp the Lotus Cobra. Feel good about this. Still have the Kroxa. He's looking at it. Heartless Act. Could be setting up for that Blood on the Snow. I'm going to be playing a snow control deck later. It's going to be good fun. Okay. Opponent was stacked up. So here we'll name black. Switch up our 1 swamp. I think we play out Bonecrush here, and then we just Kroxa here. Looks like we hit something good. Just got to think about it. Or not. It could just be... Alright. I don't think he's foretold anything, has he? He's got a lot of land though, that's for sure. Scared. See 2 black sources. I think actually only might be just 1 black source. Alright. I'm gonna get some water while this guy decides what he's doing. Kroxa again. And we will foretell the Quakebringer now. He seems to be semi-creature heavy, but seems like more of a control deck to me. I'm not sure. You may play target snow permanent card from your graveyard. If you do, enter it reveals snow. So he has nothing snow. What does he do? Yeah, let's get the Quakebringer out there. You can have your death touch. I'm coming in for 5 next turn. Cool. Both. We have to squash him, unfortunately. And we just smack the face. He's got the World Tree active. But not quite enough to do it. He can cast the enchantment side. But I think if he can't remove the Quakebringer, he's just dead unless he has a counter spell. Okay, Lotus Cobra, sure. Sure. Undutchable. Excuse me. More wheat. Sure. Didn't know you could do that. Sure. Stomp you. We'll save that. It's too juicy not to. All right. What you got? What? Can you copy my shit too? Got him. Giants for the win. Hop into another one. Excuse me. Human token. Man. Alright. So we have a 3-lander here. I guess we can keep this. We could turn 1 Temple, and then we could play snow-covered, Kroxa, Mecha. Yeah, I guess kind of sucks having the double blue for Giant's Grasp, but you know, it is what it is. Wow. All right. Got him. Let's hop into another one real quick. So many lists, so little time. I'm going to be doing a, like I said, a mono black snow control. I'm going to be doing a coma control. I have another list that I want to try and abuse another In Search of Greatness. Alright. So we have a similar looking hand. We have a 3-lander here, no scry. We do have a Kroxa. We do have a Bonecrusher, and we do have a Quakebringer, so we'll keep this. Who are these human token people? I thought it was the same person, but I guess it's just a bunch of people named Human Token. Alright. Oops. Well. Sorry. That kind of... Oh my god. I was expecting him to scoop before, but I guess you could try, but oh man, that was evil, but I enjoyed it. All right, I'm bound to get one more game. We're gonna make it happen. Tex call. Alright, so we got a 3-lander here. We have all of our colors. This Giant's Grasp, man, loves to show up, doesn't it? I mean, yeah, we've got to keep this. Start off with the Temple. Opponent plays a Fabled Passage, turn 1, searches up an island. We will Temple. Another Calamity Bearer.
Okay, everybody knock in the door.
I think we want land, right? I'm gonna curve out to our Battle of Frost and Fire. Don't know what type of deck we're playing, but blue-red giants. Looks like blue-red giants. All right. Well, I guess we play the snow-covered, and we will foretell. I gotta say, I wasn't quite sure how to. Forgot about him. So I need to put him in this deck. I completely forgot about him. We can't stomp him, so let's just go ahead and get out the Mecha Godzilla. Hexproof. Alright, flying's alright. Any removal wasted on him is good for us. This is dead in the water. So maybe well, I don't want to take it out completely, right? Because it's good against other decks. Whenever creature returns later in front of excess damage. Okay. Alright, well, let's Kroxa. The best we can do. There's the Calamity Bearer. And this is a good game, Cry every time. Obviously the deck could be more well put together. But I enjoyed it nonetheless. I forgot about that Egger of the Freezing Flame, and he would be an amazing addition to this deck. Maybe that's the thing, just to go face the whole time and never run out of gas. So he could be something to put in the deck to change up, but we'll leave it at that. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, if you're new to the channel, please like and subscribe. It's free to you and helps us out so much. Feel free to drop me a comment, talk about strategy, deck ideas, misplays. I read the comments daily. And if you have any friends or family that are into Magic, please share the channel with them. Also, don't forget, once you have followed or subscribed, just reach out to me in the chat or the comments and say something like, hey, I just followed or subscribed, and I could respond to you with an in-game code that you can use to unlock a mystery gift from Wizards. So very excited to be able to offer that to you guys. Stay tuned the next couple of days. I'll be putting out a new Kaldheim early access streamer list for the next several days in a row. Yeah, thank you guys so much. I'll see you tomorrow.